Do you love everything, every part of your job, every single day? The fact of the matter is, we don't, do we? I mean, what job would include something perfect every minute of every day? Prospecting is one of those things that we don't particularly like to do. If you show me somebody that says, I love it, I wake up every day and talk to strangers, and chances are I'll get hung up on, or they'll not ever want me to call back. Or who loves to talk to complete strangers, right? Who wants to interrupt somebody's day and ask for an appointment? Who wants to call somebody out of the blue and to be rejected by that total stranger? But, prospecting is really the lifeblood of our work, isn't it? If we're not getting net new conversations, we'll not be in business very long. So it's a fact. Social media has made it maybe easier because we don't have to talk to anybody anymore using LinkedIn and other venues. But, the fact of the matter is you're going to have to meet new people. So you have to do it. And so if you're waiting for the day that you really love it, that may not come. But I do know it may be even easier today because most people aren't calling each other. So when you do reach out by phone, let's say, you may be one of a few that day. So I don't know, maybe we just say to ourselves, hey, I don't really like it, but I get it. I'm acknowledging it, but I've got to do it. So what could we do? Well, first of all, I expect a few no's. So I don't always look for a yes, because the chances are I'm not going to get, maybe, I don't know, 9 out of 10 times, but for every 9 no's, I'm probably going to get somebody that's going to listen and be interested in a conversation. You know, I used to say, I hate this. It's like putting my hand in ice cold water, but it's really not. I know that every 10 or whatever the numbers are for you, I'm going to eventually get somebody that's interested in that could use my help. So I guess I've trained myself to be okay when when people said I have no interest. Okay, that's fine. One closer to maybe somebody who does want my services. So I guess it's a mental game, isn't it? That so many no's are one step closer to a yes. I guess we've all heard that, and it is kind of true, isn't it? So the other thing, I don't look at that as my function. I look at it, what are the behaviors that I have to do to get to where I can break it down and get what I need. I have to do, say, 10 calls a day. So I got to do X over here. So I created what we call a cookbook. And what I did is I managed my daily and weekly behaviors, because that I can control. So when it comes to, say, making some calls, I call them curiosity calls, by the way, I know, in order for me to hit my goal. Curiosity calls from 1 to 3:30 today. So that activity of meeting new people, I need to get some appointments. So I've got to figure out how I'm going to do that. So that was something I could control. So we can all control the behaviors or the activities we take. So my cookbook, by saying, look, I don't necessarily like it, but I got to make X number of calls a day. And that became manageable because I could learn to get in a groove and crank those out pretty quick, sometimes maybe even an hour. You can do anything for an hour, right? But even better, I said, I'm not looking for everybody to say yes. I can't handle that many new clients anyway. I just need a handful of no's and maybe one yes. So that made it even easier. So it was almost like, oh, good, there's a no. So when you wake up in the morning, there's no perfect day for meeting new people and prospecting, but if you do a little bit of each day, it's manageable. So that's what it means too. You don't have to love it. You just pretty much, somehow you have to do it, right? And maybe you try what I try, and calling it something else, curiosity calls.